right. Hi, everybody. We had to skip last week for Wellness Wednesday because I was in Cancun and Robbie's had a lot going on as well, but we are so glad to be back. And this is, I think, our third Wellness Wednesday. We really hope that we bring you some value with these. So we're just here to just hopefully share more knowledge, more information, answer your questions. So please ask questions if there's something that we don't cover that you would like to know more about, and hopefully we can answer. Robbie for sure Mike can answer. She has a way more knowledge than me, but today we thought we would talk about just some simple things. We each have three little points that we're going to share. Just some simple ways that you can add health into your life that maybe isn't necessarily all connected to food. So I guess, Robbie, you said you want me to start?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to start. Okay, I have three. My number one thing is going to be a gratitude list. And I've been doing a gratitude list for a really long time. I know Robbie does too. That's something that we do in our business, but it's also something I've done in my life because of things that I've gone through. And it was suggested to me years ago to start making a gratitude list. And the thing that I find about it, number one, it doesn't take long. I use this journal that we use for our business. And so the very first thing in my journal is my gratitude list. So this is mine for today. It doesn't take a long time. It takes 2 seconds, you guys. Maybe you do it at night. It's whatever works for you. I just like to do it first thing in the morning. But what I find is when I'm grateful, it's really hard for me to feel sorry for myself. And I can really feel sorry for myself too. So gratitude is the attitude, right? Gratitude is something that to me, it just changes my whole day when I'm grateful. And it just helps me not not make it all about me, I guess. I don't know. So anyway, there's one. Okay. My second thing is going to be all about getting enough fruits and veggies into your diet. And so we said it's not all about food, and it's not, but you guys, it is so important for so many reasons, for digestion, for just your skin, glowing skin, for all the different things to get enough fruits and veggies. And I think Robbie can correct me. Is it 4 to 6 that we're supposed to servings a day? And it's like 90% or something of people in the US don't get. I think we've talked about this before, right? So I think United States is like almost one of the lowest countries too, y'all. It's really sad for getting the right amount of daily servings of these fruits and veggies. I have a really good reason why I can't get the fruit, but I don't have a good reason for the veggies. But I have a bladder disease, interstitial cystitis, and fruit acids can really bother it. So I'm really careful, and there's a lot of things I can't eat. However, what I found for me, and so I have a hack for some of you that are either for, medically, maybe can't eat certain things. I know, like I have people in my family that have things digestively as well, like Crohn's or ulcerative colitis, that kind of thing. And so sometimes like a lot of roughage, whatever, can bother people. And so for me personally, this product, I am going to share a product. Don't worry, it's not all product, but this Be Well Superfood Greens, you guys, this has saved me. And I wasn't even using this years ago. I've had IC for years and years and years. And so I just wasn't like, I can tell such a difference in how I feel using this. And I also feel so much better that I'm easily able to get in my fruits and veggies. I do a Green Glow gut shot every morning. So this is part of that. Sometimes I put it in my shake. It's 36 fruits and vegetables in every scoop. So it's a full serving of fruits and veggies, but even better because it's not just one thing. You're getting all the things put together. So it's like, I have to put my glasses on. I'm not going to read every ingredient. Obviously, we don't have time for that, but it's, pumpkin fruit, carrot root, banana fruit, mango fruit, then you've got your yellows, your reds, like pomegranate, red beetroot, and then a proprietary omega-3 seed blend, your blues, your blackberries, blueberries, things like that. Honestly, I don't like berries, or I like strawberries, but I don't like blackberries and blueberries. So this I like, and it helps me. And then it has other things like spirulina and alfalfa grass and barley grass and that kind of thing. So it's just such an incredible product. It's very alkaline forming for your body. So if you're like me and you have any reason for not getting enough, I highly recommend this. And again, 90% of people don't. So pretty much everybody could use this. So definitely ask us about that. And then my last hack for just adding enough or adding little things that you can focus on. And so we want to make sure that with Arbonne, we're not about deprivation. That's one thing I love is we're not about, depriving yourself and making it hard. We want to add things in that are going to make it like fairly easy to add health into your day and enjoyable. So I have some notes on this one. So water, enough water. Y'all know that like we have to have water, right? And so it's very important to make sure that you're getting enough. One of the ways that you can tell if you're dehydrated, I did this to myself this morning when I was like reading, is you can pinch the skin on the back of your hand and see how fast it goes back down. And mine was like really fast, boom, right away. But if it doesn't, if it takes a minute, that is one sign of being dehydrated. Obviously, there's others. If you're not peeing enough, and you only maybe go twice a day or something, and your urine is really dark, that's one. Lord, I go every 5 seconds, and I'm good. I'm good. I got enough water in myself. But it's so important for so many other things in your body, like regulation of your body temperature. Just again, just so that your skin looks better, right? So that you look hydrated and glowy. And I mean, that's important as well. It's to help flush out toxins, lubricate your joints, so many things. But the main amount, I know it's different for everybody. It depends how much you exercise. It depends on your body weight, all those things. But they say about 2 liters a day, again, depending. And then the last thing I was going to say about this is, I don't love to drink plain water. I do it because it's important, but there are some other things you can do. If you're like me and you're just like, I don't want to just drink water, you can add fruit to your water. You can do fruit infused water. There's even those bottles that you can put the fruit in and the water in, and boom, it's there. It's whatever. So there's lots of ways that you can change that. I do drink these energy fizz drinks that we have. Yes, is it better to drink just water? 100% always. But I love my energy fizz and I am getting water in. So those are my 3 hacks. So just to, kind of wrap it up on my end, gratitude, make sure you're making that gratitude list, getting enough greens, fruits and veggies every day, and then drinking enough water. And I recommend you track that. Or what you can do is just get something that's 2 liters and fill it up every day. And then at the end of the day, that should all be gone. So that's mine. I'm going to pass it over to Robbie because she's got some great tips for you guys.
Yeah, that was awesome, Polly. I love how you gave examples of how to implement those habits because I think we all kind of know what we need to be doing, right? It's not so much that, it's that how do we fit it in? How do we make it work? So that was kind of what we talked about we wanted to do today was just give people easy ways to implement some healthy habits or get back on track with things maybe you did it before and then you quit doing it. So what I want to talk about today are 3 different habits that you can kind of start to improve in your lifestyle. First one is reduce the amount of sugar that you're eating every day. So basically, we don't want to eliminate all sugar because some sugar is good for us, but natural sugar is what we want. We want to eliminate refined sugar. Anything processed, anything refined, anything artificial, you want to totally get rid of it. In fact, I tell my clients, and I know that no sugar is better than sugar, but sugar is better than artificial sugar. Okay? If you have to have something sweet, definitely use real sugar as opposed to anything artificially sweetened because that doesn't solve any problems and it actually creates more problems. So bad. So, first way you can reduce sugar in your daily habit is very simple. Think about what kind of beverages you're getting into your body when you're drinking those beverages, getting your water every day, what's in it. So, say you like soda, and some people like soda. I'm not a soda person, but if you are, you don't have to think about I can never have another soda again. Let's say you drink 1 soda every day, 7 days a week. Maybe you could go to 5 sodas this week. And then the next week you could do 4 sodas. And then maybe you could go to 1 soda every other day and gradually reduce the amount of soda that you're drinking as opposed to just, I can never have it again because that's horrible. And most people that try that cold turkey, it doesn't work because you're instantly depriving yourself physically and mentally of something you enjoy, you love. So slowly and gradually work it out. Another thing you can do is just pay attention to the refined sugar that you're adding all day long to your food. So, if you have toast in the morning, normally maybe you put butter and jelly on it. How about just start eliminating the jelly? Just do butter, and then eventually you can get rid of that too, but we won't do that right away. We're just talking about sugar today. So little things. If you drink tea and you like to put sugar in there, you can start by, first of all, replacing the sugar with honey. So it's an unrefined sugar. So does it still do all the same things to your blood sugar? Yes. Does it still have the same calories? Yes. However, your body recognizes it because it's not a processed food, it's natural. So it's much easier on your organs. It causes less stress to your body to process that. So start with making the switch to honey or pure maple syrup. That's a great alternative, or even agave. There's other things you can do too, but let's just start with those three. And then after you've made that switch and you've kind of gotten used to that, then you can start that gradual reduction. So use 75% of your sweetener in your tea and then go to 50%. And then as you do it gradually, you won't really notice it. And by the time you get really low, you'll be like, oh, this is great. If you ever went back to the original amount you used to use, you'd probably be like, oh, this is horrible because it'll be too sweet for you. So baby steps, right? Little things that you can definitely sustain. The next thing I wanted to talk about was how to get more activity in your day just by getting more steps. The very first thing I'm going to say, because this is the biggest pet peeve in the world that I have, just take your shopping cart back when you go to the store. I don't know how
That's
many
perfect.
big people I have seen in the parking lot leaving their grocery cart out at the end of the parking lot. And I feel like saying, my gosh, you could burn 200 calories a week just taking that thing back, you know. And if that's all
That's
you did,
perfect.
you'd make the world a better place and you're going to lose weight. So take your shopping cart back. Another thing that I always do when I go to the store is I park as far away as I can possibly park. Doesn't matter where I'm going. I always park a long ways away because it only adds a couple extra minutes to that errand or whatever it is you're doing, but you're going to get if you just did that for a week and tracked your steps, you're going to add so many more steps to your daily steps. The big deal. The other thing is just getting 30 minutes of walking in every day. And you might say, I don't have 30 minutes. Okay, you don't have to do it all at once. You can do 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at lunch, 10 minutes at night. You don't have to do 30 minutes at once. You can even start with 20 minutes a day, but just get some extra steps. Write it on your calendar, make an appointment with yourself and do it. You're going to be so glad that you did. You're going to feel better. You will see the pounds coming off if that's your goal. Or maybe your cholesterol's high, you want to reduce that, or your blood pressure. All those things are going to get better when you start adding more steps to your life. The small things, start there. And then the last one I want to talk about is meditation or breathing every day. So many important reasons for this. I'll try to keep it brief, but you know me. First of all, like Polly talked a little bit about stress in our life. We all have stress, right? It doesn't matter. And even good stress is still stress. Things that are happy and exciting, you've got family coming to visit, you've got a vacation coming up, it's still stressful and it still impacts the way your body functions and upsets kind of your balance. So taking even just 2 minutes every day to just sit in a quiet space and spend 2 minutes just breathing and focusing on that breath will make a huge difference reducing your stress. The reason we want to reduce our stress is because we have two kind of systems that our body operates in, parasympathetic and sympathetic. So parasympathetic is rest and digest. Sympathetic is your fight or flight. And the life that we're all living today, who agrees with me that we're probably almost always in fight or flight because you cannot have any idea of what's going on in the world and not be in a state of panic. I'm sorry, the world's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So it is. So it's even more important now than it used to be to take that time to breathe. When we're in fight or flight, all of a sudden, everything in our body stops. All the functions stop, which means your digestive system stops. So if you ever have any issues with digestion, IBS, if you have, any kind of Crohn's, food allergies, autoimmune, anything like that, it stems from being in fight or flight all the time because your body has to go into a whole nother pattern to work. Another thing that happens when you're in fight or flight is your body is preparing to fight or flight. So what are we doing? We're releasing glucose out into the bloodstream, but we don't use it because our fight or flight today isn't to run from a dinosaur like it used to be. Our fight or flight today is mental typically, so we're not exerting that body physical exercise to burn that glucose that is being released. So a lot of us have elevated blood sugar levels because we have a lot more glucose being released into the body that we're not using for anything. So metabolic syndrome, if you look around at all the increase in diabetes for every age group, even kids, which is super disturbing, it's all related to stress. So anyway, to get back to breathing, you spend a few minutes every day just breathing. That you can control your breath and focus on that. You're not focusing on anything else. And it really helps you to get in a frame of mind to help you relax. It tells your body to relax. Whereas when we're not breathing, we're holding our breath, it tells our body to get ready for something to happen. Okay, you're going to increase your lung capacity by doing breathing exercises each day, which is all good. And then it helps to improve focus and concentration. So another thing you can do to help with stress is I like to use adaptogens every day. Adaptogens are something that your body naturally produces, but of course, as we age and when our health is not as good as it could be because we're not making the best lifestyle choices every day with alcohol or we don't exercise, different things, we don't produce adaptogens as effectively. So getting those adaptogens in helps your body to not only deal better with physical stress, but mental stress. It helps to keep your endocrine system balanced and everything to be functioning the way it needs to be. So I do not have a sample with me, but in Arbonne, we have a product called Inner Calm, which is a wonderful adaptogen, and I use that every day. I have been using that for a few years. I love that product. I was using adaptogens before I knew about Arbonne, but our product is great and I love it. So anyway, that is really the 3 tips, things you can start doing today to make your health and wellness better. So anything you want to add, Polly?
No, but I just have to say thank you because you know what, the breathing part, the last piece that you talked about, I need to do that and I don't. Like my watch, even I know some of y'all might have like one of these watches and it tells you breathe. It'll come up. I never stop and listen to it. So you might find, you guys, you've heard 6 basically, 3 from Robbie, 3 from me, and you might think, hey, I'm doing great on this one, this one, like me, but I'm not taking that time. I didn't even, and honestly, Robbie, I didn't know all that about like fight or flight, and then it was releasing, what it's in our body, bloodstream. I'm like, wow, that's super cool. So I'm learning so much too. But yeah, we just hope that something lands for you and you could try one of these things. And then like, Robbie was talking about, even with cutting out, like you can add in slowly something. And it is amazing, the compound effect. It's something called the slight edge, which is all about the little things we do or don't do that are working for us or against us. And so if you think of it like that, like, wow, I'm just going to slight edge my way to better health. And, rather than just kind of status quo, it's just so important, you guys. That's why Robbie and I both love what we do, because I mean, she's a yoga instructor. My background is fitness. So we already loved this. Now we're with Arbonne. And that's Arbonne's mission is empowering people to flourish through sustainable, healthy living. Duh. That's why we're here. And that's what we want to do. And that's why we started these Wellness Wednesdays. So, gosh, Robbie, I learned something every time we talk. Thank you so much. You're so good.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. Well, we hope you have a great Wednesday, and we're going to keep coming. And hopefully somebody's listening and we're giving you some value. All right. Have a great Wednesday, everybody.
You guys, thank you. Bye.
Bye.